Reason really is really well geared for mastering your tracks. And since the introduction of the M-class processors and rack extensions, you've got loads of processing options. We've also got a great workflow for mastering as well. Because we can see all the equipment or all the virtual equipment in a rack style format, we can route everything and we can connect everything exactly how we want. So we can create really personalized and complex mastering chains. But before we get into doing things like that and setting up processors and setting up signal flow and getting the sound correct, we really want to get the workflow right. And the first step towards doing that is really getting the right project set up. And for me, I like to have a completely separate project. That's why you can see here, we've got the default Reason project. This is what you're going to see when you first load Reason. So the first thing I want to do is set up this Reason project so that it's perfect and ready for mastering. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of any devices that you're not using. And these are all these effects devices. And really all we want to see is just this master section. And right now, it's got M-class processors in it. I'm going to even get rid of those. What you can do instead of deleting them all is go to reset device. So it's right click and reset device. And this will just empty the device completely. And we're pretty much ready to go. We've got a completely empty rack, and I'm going to save this. You can save this as a template if you want. And I'm just going to save it to the desktop. Let's go to desktop here. And I'm just going to call it mastering. So once we've got that, we're pretty much good to go. A couple of more things to check. I want to go to the preferences. I want to go to audio. I want to make sure I've got the right audio interface. I'm running at 44.1 kilohertz. That's my chosen sample rate. But obviously, if you want to go higher, you can do. And I want to have my buffer pretty low. So you can go as low as 64 samples. What this enables is very low latency operations. So we're going to get very snappy response in our master. We can flash between different sections of it and very quickly. And because we're really only going to be working with a single stereo audio file, this is going to be absolutely fine. We're probably going to be loading, maximum of about 8 to 10 processors possibly, maybe one duplicate audio, stereo audio channel. So with these very sort of low requirements, we can go right down with our buffer and we can get very low latencies. As you can see here, we've got 2 milliseconds, so nearly as fast as my computer monitor there. So very low latencies and very snappy operation. Like I say, make sure you've got the correct audio interface. I'm using an audio, Universal Audio Apollo here, but try and use something with quality converters and also try and use some decent monitoring in a decent room, that's possibly treated. The more you can spend on these things and the more time you can spend on these things, the better result you're going to get in the end. So the first thing we want to do once we've got our project set up like this, nice and clean, is to import our audio track and to import our pre-master. And this will be whatever you've exported from your other projects. Some people like to master within their working project. I like to keep it separate, just like this, so you've got a really clean approach. So if we save this, it's going to open exactly the same next time we open it. We can use it as a template. But now I'm going to show you how to import your master and really how to check the pre-master in a couple of different ways for faults and to ensure that it's good to go before we start applying our different processes.